Welcome back again. Now let's work on the wheels and the stands which holding up the wings and so on. Now as you can see here, I'm a little bit, if not very much off of the charts here, because I really didn't like how this part looks like. Really, I was quite worried about it, so I kept it that way. And I will actually try to make a poly plane. Let's see how does it look like. I would love to make actually the leg. Well, in fact, so you see it has some sort of single thickness to it. So in fact, this is going to be a good idea to use a cube. And I will just draw a cube like this. And in fact, when you look at it, it's quite thick from the front. And let me hit go here and hit 5 to see it in the shaded mode. Oh, in fact, it will be easier. Okay, and then I would scale this down like so, even more. Just make sure. Okay, sometimes it's difficult to see like this, so I'm gonna actually turn on the X-ray. I believe the X-ray was here. So you see right now you can see the polygon itself, and you can see through the model to the image plane. So in fact, I'm gonna grab these two vertices like this, scale them down, grab these two vertices, and I will scale them up. And in fact, I will push it like so. Okay, now we got this. Now I would even select the extrude edge, and I will try to hit W in this time, and I will just go and grab the vertex. Probably I have to put everything as template again, or reference. I'll just tuck it inside my body of the airplane. So I'm gonna just, here's the body of the airplane actually, so I'm gonna just tuck it in there. Okay, so probably this is it for the leg, or excuse me, for the wheel holders, I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna go here. Oh, I have to see in perspective what's happening in fact. Oh, in fact I selected edges, not faces. Sorry about that. Let me just undo until there. Now let me see here. Edge. Okay, that's fine. Now I had actually to extrude a face instead of an edge, which is my bad. Okay, let me just move this here and move this like so, like so. Yeah. Okay, let me see how this looks like from perspective. It doesn't look scary as it was, and in fact I have to tuck it inside my airplane body even more. Let's see. Okay, it is inside the airplane body. Now we have to make it a little bit different, like in terms of this. So I'm gonna actually select object mode. Oh well, you know what, before I do the splitting and all, first of all, probably I had to scale this up to accommodate these details, so I have to be pushing it here, pushing it there. Right now I'm gonna add more details. Let's hope that I didn't make the thickness different. No. Right now I have to have, you see it, right now I got this part. Now I have to add more details in order just to make it rounding. So to make it round. So I'm gonna select this, scale it down a little bit, like so. Now of course this went out of the face, so I just have to push it back inwards. And I'm gonna add one more edge loop here, like so, and scale it inwards as well. Push it. Well, since I scaled it inwards, I would in fact just move these vertices here, and in fact I will grab these vertices and all the way here. Since I don't know how do they look like, I'll just keep it like so. Simple. Yeah, okay, if you want to, I will just go here one more. Here you go. just to give it a little bit, you know, roundness a bit. In fact, I could even push this further. Alright. So we got the leg, or the wheel holder, correctly. As this is just only one straight piece, doesn't matter. And for this one, let's see how it looks like. Now, in fact, I can see only a cylinder. Well, you can actually like think of it in many different ways. I mean, you can grab a torus and then make this out and then fill it in. You can actually grab a cylinder as well and do that. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna look at this later on. I'm gonna actually decide this later. I'm not gonna think about it right now. Okay, I'll push this right there. Okay, as for this one, this piece has to exist, unfortunately. So we have to go and bring up a cube, a small one, and I have to push it somewhere, and I'm gonna actually rotate it. Yeah, like so. Tuck it in there. If not more. Since this is the body of the plane. So I'm gonna grab the vertices like so. Grab the face of that polygon. So I'm gonna select that part, deselect this, so I got only the face. Shift right click, extrude face, and push here. Like so. G to repeat the command and move. G repeat the command and move. G repeat the command here. And G and move it up there. Let's see. Now I'm gonna grab the vertices. I'm gonna just make them as round as possible, following this piece of metal, which holds the plane when it's parking or when it's not, when it's already landed on the ground, standing on the ground, if you will. Okay, so it's like it's closing up at this point, and in fact I'm gonna just select the faces here and just scale it down, so make it as round as possible. It's more like one piece, probably. Okay. Since this is already a small cube, I mean, F, I'm gonna just move this inwards like so in the center. And in fact, I'm gonna grab this and insert an edge loop, and I'm gonna scale it all in all directions, or probably not. Oh, let's see. Well, okay, probably I'm gonna then only select these little guys, since it doesn't want to comply. I'm gonna try to push it a little bit away like so, to make it as round as possible. And oh, you know what, in fact I could actually select the vertices. Let's see what's gonna happen. So these are all the vertices. I'm just going to move them to the side. Alright, let's see what's going to happen. Oh yeah, as well. Okay, doesn't matter. Since I got the bottom ones behaving correct, I'll just only select the vertices here and then pull them up. Yeah, I need that vertex as well. Where are you? In fact, I'll do like this. That's what I'll grab them all. I'll just hit W, try to move them. Ah! Picked up one by mistake. So, a little bit here, a little bit upwards. Okay, we are fine and good to go then. Upwards like this. Okay. Now, since we got the roundness of this one, in fact right now you could actually like grab these loops of edges and these ones as well. Should select this one, and probably you could even scale them down a little bit so you can get some sort of like start playing with it. But since it's a low poly, I don't really mean to do anything with it, and since we're gonna look at it like from here, it's completely far away, so it's not quite visible. I mean, this is additional detail which we needed to add. Let's see, from the side view I am quite satisfied almost, in the sense we already gave it its roundiness, so that's why it's a little bit off. The blueprints, let's see here. Okay, now this is actually, I will consider it as a piece of the tail, and I would love to add this. So I would love to go here, select the layer, select this thing, and then shift, oh, without shift, right click and add selected object, so the tail. And this one is going to be like the wheel holder, so let me just try to, oh, before I forget, I have to delete history. History, and I will delete the history on this one as well. So, this piece is not a cube anymore, this is more like a wheel holder, or something like that. I really don't know how to call it, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter, it's any name will do. The main thing is that we understand and we know. This is gonna be like a parking stand. I'm trying to improvise here, you can name whatever you like. Okay, probably I'm gonna try to give it more thickness here, like so, just to follow the things here. And apparently this already stands in the center, so apparently I done it correct. In fact, I'll move this inside like so, move this a little bit. Yeah, I know, tweaking, so I'll never stop tweaking. There we go. Fine by me, almost. Okay, we got this. Now we have actually to work on these pieces, so which holds the airplane. Oh yes, now this is actually goes to the wheels, so the wheel holder has to be having a new layer, so I'm gonna select this one, near selected, and this is gonna be more like going for the wheels, so wheels. So this is gonna be engine front, or engine front, and this is more like what, fan holder. I'm really trying to improvise here. Again, this wheel, let's see, okay, this wheel, okay, this is about the engine itself, so I'm gonna select this one and this one and create a new layer. I'm just gonna call this like an engine. Save. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, somehow I'm beginning to feel something. Okay. Alright, so we have this is done correctly. Let's see. Okay, I've got all this, all these details, all of them are named, no history or whatsoever. Yes, there is a history. In fact, I'm gonna select all these guys, edit, delete by type history. Okay, now I'm gonna actually try right now to hide all these guys and try right now to make these handles, you see these ones. So in fact, since they are, let me see from the front, how do they look like? Okay, since they are mostly like a cube, or they are mostly like a straight pieces of metal, it wouldn't harm to make them as cube. And in fact, I'm gonna rotate this cube and try to accommodate this like so. E and rotate, E, in R and scale down, E for rotation, R. We are just there. So, well, in fact, since this is mostly like a straight line, I'll just keep it like until here, and from there I'll begin my extrusions and finish all this. So try to here. In fact, I have to, well, from this side I'm just gonna go for object mode W and move it, and it's quite thin in fact, so I'm gonna make it thin as possible. Okay, thinner probably. Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna take this, move it into here, take this guy, Move it into there like so. Let's hope that the side view wasn't affected at all. That's great. Almost, I mean, this part. Now this one is these pieces are the, let me see, F, where am I right now? Aha, these are the back ones, and these ones are the front ones. So the front ones and the back ones, I would love them to make it exactly on the, almost on the same height. W and move here. Try to make it as accurate as possible. And this one I'm gonna move it right on the same level. Move them there. And right now trying to, like so here, like so there, and like so here, and like so here. Now I am going to try my best from these sides and grab them from here and there, and as well have to put these guys a little bit upwards in the back. Let's see how far it went. Okay, make sure that they are aligned as well, because right now it is really taking some sort of this is actually the front. Actually, as you can see here, it's a little bit like tilted, so that's why I have to take care about this part. You know, like when I move it up or down, I have to align it again from the front. Okay, so as you can see, I already selected like couple faces from the bottom and from the top, and if you can see, I can just pull both of them in the same time, like here, and then try to select the vertices. And well, apparently I cannot scale them since their normals is a little bit interesting, so let me select all of them now. Yeah, okay. Let me select all the vertices here, move them like so, select all these guys, move them here, move it just a bit there, and for you guys I'm gonna move you again. I cannot actually scale you, so apparently, well, apparently I have to add one more edge loop here at least, just to hold the detail, and move these vertices right there, right there. Okay, for sure I'm gonna add one. Okay, add one here. Let's see what's gonna happen when I push this one away. Well, it works out. Okay, and this one as well, I'm gonna add one more here. Insert edge loop tool. I'm gonna move this guy here. No, hold on. I'm gonna actually W. Move this guy right there, this guy right there. So okay, right now we have something that holds a little bit of the details. Okay, let's see how do we behave from the front. Not that very much. Now it is okay. In fact, I will go more here, down. Oh man, I'm completely off. Hold on a second, let's see. This guy has to be put back in place. This guy has to be stretched right there. Okay. Now of course I'm right now following the image plane correctly because I really don't know, I cannot actually improvise. But later when we're gonna try actually to put this inside, I mean to tuck it inside the wing, we're gonna have to rescale it again, you know, if it doesn't match and so on and so forth. Now I'll put this up G and up one more, and that's it. And I'm gonna, since I'm gonna keep it as low poly as possible, we have already a lot of details. I don't know, we have really many polygons, and this is not that very good. I'll try to push this here. I'm gonna try to push this even a little bit there. Push this right there. Okay. Although we need one more polygon, but it doesn't matter. This is a low poly again. I'm gonna select the faces in the bottom, only this one as you can see. Shift right click and extrude down. G, one more, G, and one more. Let me go here and move this guys away like so, this guy here, this guy there, and so on. In fact, I'll grab both of these, just push them down, and scaling doesn't work since they're normals and all those crazy stuff are pointing into interesting directions. Okay, in fact you could add one more single loop here just to, well, let me see. Oh well, probably I'll give up on that. I won't actually add anything more. Okay, since we are off, no, we are not off, hold on. We are off here, in fact. I'm gonna move this guys a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and that's it. Okay. In fact, this one is a mini version of this one, isn't it? Almost a mini version. So I'm gonna actually modify center pivot, and I'm gonna call this holder, wing holder. And since this one is somewhere, I believe this one is on the right side. Hold on a second. This one is, okay, let me have a look at this. Yeah, okay, this is like a piece of metal. So let me see, 2, 3. Actually, this was 4. Okay, this is more like a piece. Okay, that's good. Now, this is a holder. This is actually the right one, and it is, in fact, so it is R, and it is like 1. Okay, so R1, because there's gonna be R2, which is the second one. So I'm gonna duplicate this, and as you can see, it's renamed automatically, and it has exactly the same tilt. Oops. Let me try to see here. Can I scale this down? Move it right there. Well, I scaled it down, in fact, yes, but probably I have to modify the thickness again, but it doesn't matter. We can do this. So right now I have really to zoom in. Not that very much. I cannot zoom in more than that. Okay, I will select those 4. Tuck it in here. Move these guys away. Move these guys here. These ones as well. These ones as well. They have the exact same topology, but let me move this down. Yeah. They have actually the exact same topology, but they don't. But they match. They only just don't match in size, and probably they have the exact same thickness. Let me see with this one. Yeah, in fact it worked. Oh, hold on a second. I believe it has the same thickness as well, because it's quite big. It's a little bit difficult to tell. Yes, it actually has to be scaled. Hold on a second. Well, let me see, can I do this? Oh no, I cannot. Okay, let me try to select only these vertices from the side, push them right there. I'll deselect the bottom ones and try to, and even these ones as well, try to push it right there, and these guys are going to be pushed down a little bit right here, and this guy is going to be right there. They are actually thicker apparently. This is going to be, oops, let's hope that I didn't, oh yes, I forgot one more vertex, so I have to push this as well with him. Okay, this one is going to be right here. Deselect, deselect, and so on. Okay, this is fine. It's going to be moved out as well. Deselect. It has a little bit different topology apparently. Just a slightly different. But, I mean, at the end, the main thing that we could reuse that piece without remodeling everything again. So let's see how this looks like from perspective. Well, okay, this is, I mean, it looks like that from the front and from the side, so I believe this is it. Okay, so we got these two pieces done. Now, actually this part are tucked in, so let us see, let's show everything and let's make sure that all of them are aligned. Opa, hold on. Okay, in fact, I'll just take those, this face only. Probably have to make them all ours. Okay, just not to make selection by mistake. Just I'm gonna push it inward, like so. And take the last face as well. Here you go, this one. I'm gonna push it upwards, so it will be tucked inside the plane. Okay, this tucked in, this is already tucked in, so we are good to go. Okay, so we got these pieces. Now of course we can actually like duplicate them and then put them on the other side as well. Alright, I believe this is gonna be done soon. Save as V7. Okay. Alright, so we got this. Now we need what we have left. Let us see. Now what we have left is the cockpit, is the fan, or the engine, where how the airplane flying, and the wheels, and of course these lines. Now you can actually, like these wires, now you can actually simulate this by having a very thin how can I say, cylinders. Of course this doesn't exist, this is more like a line of reference, but as you can see here, this is one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't know if this one is the same, but I believe yes. So there are 4, so it's gonna be 8, and I really don't want to add more polygons anymore. So you have really to simulate this. You cannot put a curve, because the curve is not renderable. You have to put an actual geometry in order to be seen. So in fact I'm gonna stop right here, okay, for this lesson. In the next lesson I'm gonna finish the cockpit, finish duplicating everything on the other side, have the fan and have the wheels, and we are probably gonna be ready and texture this in order to prepare to export it and use it in OpenGL. So I'm gonna save the scene, and as version 7, see you in the next lesson.